Hi, this is Charlie Destries, and thanks for joining me tonight. It's Sunday night, raining like crazy here outside of Buffalo, New York on the 8th of March already, 2009. And I thought I'd share with you a little bit of history. I was one of the most amazing experiences I've had in my career was working at a successful startup company, and it was a blast. The company's called Molecular Devices. They no longer exist. They were acquired by MDS last year, I believe maybe 2007. I don't remember. But the reason for the story is that it's kind of interesting because I've always said that if everyone could have an experience like I had at a small company, it would be amazing because you make lifelong friends. There's some financial success. It's just everything about the startup capitalistic world that when it all goes well, it's really a blast. And Molecular Devices was one of those good stories with a great product and a great cast. And I was hired in October of 1986. Now the company was about 2 years old. It wasn't commercial yet. $1 had really not come in the door in terms of product sales, and it was focusing on biosensors. The VMAX microplate reader was really conceived by folks in the company like Jill Humphreys, who a wonderful person, smart scientist, and put together from a marketing point of view by Jonathan Kuhl. And maybe I'm missing people. And by the way, if I miss people or don't include someone in something, it's not by intention. I just don't remember everybody's names necessarily, although I love them dearly. You make those lifelong friends like Jonathan Kuhl. The second sales rep that was hired is Andrea Moravka, and she was, I think, coming from HP, another wonderful, sweet, lifelong friend, and we've done a lot of things together as well. And then on the international side in 1987, Alan Hume was hired, and he's from London. Same thing to this day, talking all the time. We've done projects together. And my good friend Tom Hill, who I hired in 1987, late 87, to join me. And I'll never forget, my quota was 60 units, and I think Andrea's was too. I had the East Coast, she had the West. And by the way, this was pre-internet, pre-World Wide Web, pre-Google, pre-cell phones. The latest thing was the compact laptop, and it was literally a laptop. It looked like a sewing machine. It was very heavy, like 25 pounds, and there was no internet. So if you could imagine, so that was how we went out there to sell a $13,000 product. The nearest competitor was about 7 or 8, and it could read a 96 well plate in 5 seconds. The state of the art at the time was 1 or 2 minutes, and it was a growing market. Although I remember in 89 or so, 90, people were wondering whether microplates would be around much longer because obviously there'd be a better technology that would come along. Anyway, I digress. So I'm given a quota of 60 by March of 1987. I've sold my first one at Hoffman LaRoche, I believe. And I told the CEO, even though I was a little bit behind, I was going to sell 100 of them that year and bust the quota open. Well, I was a pretty, cocky, young sales guy, and I really hit my stride then. That really was kind of, opportunity meeting preparedness, as they say. And even though when I was interviewed there, they asked me if I knew what ELISA was, and I said no. No, I said yes, actually. I fibbed. I basically went out the next day, called a scientist because I couldn't email him and I couldn't Google the word ELISA, and said, "What's an ELISA?" And he told me. Rest is history. I sold 99 that year, and over 300 in my career. And Andrea Moravka and Tom Hill did the same. I mean, they went out there and just kicked it in the butt. And we had such a great time selling this thing. And I think somebody who knows, just put it in comments, but I believe maybe 10,000 of these things were sold over 20 years. And they're still made today, I believe. The VMAX is still available. Great product. Isn't that amazing? It's kind of an unusual instrument because instruments usually don't last that long. But I had a great ride, met some wonderful people. Like Sherry Coleman, for example, my New England rep, great sales rep, nice person. Ken Anderson out of Philadelphia, great guy. Tom Hill was my anchor. Tricia Femia in northern New Jersey. I mean, we just had such a great time. Tom Porter, he was one of the scientists that came in. We're a quirky, wonderful person, brilliant guy. And then Vartan Gazarosian and Doug Sweet, whom I met doing the Threshold Project. But listen, I feel like I'm at the Academy Awards and I'm giving a speech, so I'm going to stop now. But I wanted to say I hope everyone has an experience like this. I just think that it's one of those things that you'll never forget, and it's worth going for. So if you see a startup company out there and you're not really sure what the technology is, well, don't lie, because now you have Google and you can figure it out in a hurry. Interview and take the chance. It's worthwhile. Take care of yourself. It's Charlie Destries. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye.